So welcome to this quick video. I'm just going to run through some of the work I've been doing on the Aeonix navigation plugin, which is a 3D navigation plugin system for Unreal, which is in development right now and available on GitHub. I will put the link in the description. So here I'm demonstrating some of the new debugging features. I have a little test scene here with a bounding box for the navigation data, which has been generated. And I've added two Aeonix path debug actors into the scene. Now, if you set the debug type to start on one of them and end on the other, it will just in real time show the path between 2 points. And you can adjust, move them around, and you can see the path being updated in real time. It's pretty neat for just inspecting your level and making sure navigation is working the way you want it to be. Now, this is a pretty vanilla A* implementation here. So if you look at the actual path, it's pretty jagged and horrible, and having an NPC following that path is not going to look great. It's going to be doing lots of right angle turns like this. So there are a number of optimizations and tweaks which I've been working on to help make these paths look better. So there are some simple ones down here in the Pathfinder settings. There's an optimized path, which strips out redundant points. So you can see here in these areas with straight lines, all of these points in between are completely pointless. So you can just get rid of them. Just doing a simple dot product test to filter those out. There is a variety of different heuristics you can use for the A* algorithm. The default is a standard Euclidean distance to the target, the goal. There is a Manhattan distance, which comes up with some slightly odd looking paths at times. It will tend to be more right angle-y, as opposed to the Euclidean one, which will be a bit more direct. But I have also added one in today, which I've been wanting to implement for a while, which I'm calling the velocity heuristic. So this heuristic will tend to favor next nodes which don't deviate as much from the current velocity. It's just looking at the previous point that you've come from, and it tends to favor things that don't make it turn, essentially. So it creates a smoother, more sort of pleasing path. Although, as you can see here, it's still full of right angles. So there are a few other settings in here to help sort that out. So I've got a couple of options here for changing the actual positions that are used for the path points. As you can see, each of these points is actually a voxel. It's a cube. And at the moment, by default, it just uses the center of the cube as the point for the generated path. And we have actually got more leeway than that, because we can actually use space anywhere inside this voxel. So there's an intermediate path point type. So on layers, on connections which are on the same layer, these red ones are all leaf nodes, so they're on the same layer. You can say, instead of using the center of the node, use the center point between this and the next node. As you can see here, it changes the position of the path points to be this intermediate point, and it straightens out all of these kinks in the zigzagging parts of the path, which is quite nice. It's still a bit janky down here, but it's definite improvement. The next thing we can do here is apply the smooth positions modifier, which again is taking advantage of the fact that we can actually move the points anywhere we want inside these voxels, and it will still be a valid path. So if we turn this on now, this is simply adjusting the position of the point inside the voxel to try and get rid of sharp turns, essentially. You can dive into the code and have a look at the maths. It's fairly straightforward dot product stuff. As you can see here, it has turned our path into something that's actually quite neat and tidy now, and it's pretty pleasing. So I'm quite happy with this. There's still quite a few bugs and things lurking in the tools, but I'm starting to spend a bit of time just tidying this stuff up and fixing problems. So if you do see anything, please raise issues on GitHub and I will get to them. Yep, that's it for now. Just thought I'd give a quick update and thanks for watching.